How many moments in life can you point to and say, that's the moment where it all changed? These moments are rare. They don't come along very often, and when they do, they pass within a blink of an eye. There are very few of these moments in my life. The simplest one, the one we all can relate to, being born. Coming into the world not knowing how you'll be a part of it, or what the future has in store for you, is arguably one of these moments. A birthday or a wedding might be considered another, like the big 18 where you feel this newfound sense of freedom to be your own person, or the day you tie your life with that of another's, vowing to love each other for all eternity. But I really can't tell you what it's like to be born, because honestly I don't remember, and in my opinion turning 18 wasn't anything special. And I really haven't done the whole tying myself emotionally to another person yet, so instead I think I want to talk about a day that scared me pretty shitless. High school graduation, ladies and gentlemen. The day freshmen are told is right around the corner, and to enjoy the time you have while it lasts. But, being the ignorant little shits we all were, of course none of us listened. And 4 years later, here we all were, twiddling our thumbs, wondering where the time went, and what the fuck we did with it. Guilty as charged, I, along with my friends and classmates, played through the motions. As we celebrated senior events, filled out college applications, and avoided the fast-approaching period to the last sentence of our high school story. The day arrived like any other, with a sunrise. I looked in the mirror expecting all my experiences from last 4 years to suddenly cause this huge transformation. The feeling most comparable to one that you have the morning your birthday, when you look in the mirror and expect to look older somehow, but you never do. My mother had the day planned out. Hair, makeup, the works. She gabbed on in the car ride about useless topics as if avoiding acknowledging what day it really was. One appointment after another, same topic of conversation, same lack of answers. Are you excited? How are you feeling? Where are you going to school in the fall again? Ugh, I felt like screaming. This being the only time in my life where I was happy my mom answered all my questions for me. In my absence, my home filled up with my family, an occurrence pretty rare to the Killefer clan. Dodging the questions as if auditioning for the next Matrix movie, I escaped to my room to find the imitating, perfectly pressed white graduation gown hanging on my dresser. Putting it on and looking once more in the mirror, I remember thinking to myself, ugh, what a marshmallow. All was fine until I reached the third stoplight at the intersection of Ramon and Sunrise Road, a street I had traveled on to school daily, and the intersection I had passed countless times. Except this time, it suddenly felt so empty. As if the floodgates opened, all the realizations came rushing to my mind. I will never drive this drive with the same destination ever again. Soon I will be at college, across the country. One I willingly chose to attend. What is wrong with me? 3,000 miles away from my family, my friends, my dad's cooking, my mommy. What the hell was I thinking? Snapped back to reality by the honk of a horn reminding me green means go in car language. The next thing I knew, I was standing in line, among my fellow marshmallows, preparing to walk out of a room into a new reality. Marched through crowds of gathered families and friends, the overwhelming sea of clapping hands, we took our seats. Throughout all the inspiring speeches and faculty send-offs, I remember scanning the masses of my fellow students, thinking, wow, I'll probably never see most of you ever again. I spy my best friend Lillian, and of course she's crying. Lillian would cry in a cereal commercial if they put a sick puppy in it somewhere. And Keely, who I've known since the Barbie days. She's that one blonde, beautiful best friend you have and secretly hate, but would really do anything for. But all the once familiar faces I knew from football games and school hallways and, the memorable high school parties, all seemed faded. Names began to be called, and one by one, People I once knew rose up and vanished. Victoria Keene, Patrick Key. I was next. My heart pounding, the devil on my shoulder whispering, "What if you fail out of college? Everyone's staring at you, Claire, don't fall." Claire Killifer. That's my name. It took me a second to register. As I stood up, the sea of hands commenced. Walking to the stage, I counted my breath, drowning out the noise. At the stairs, "Just don't trip," I whispered. Making up the stage, I meet a path lined with men and women titled "The Administration." Most of them I had never seen before in my high school career. Handshake after handshake, one awkward old man hug to the next, the path through my 4-year life ended with an empty sleeve. Rewarding, huh? But in that moment, empty sleeve in hand, looking out into the crowd, seeing my family and friends cheering me on, it was there. The moment. Somehow all the worry faded, and I realized there was nothing to be afraid of. It's just life, and this is just the beginning. And with a tassel flip, I knew it would all be okay.